Good morning, everybody. Monday, October 15th, 2018, and it's live. Be Fierce with Lisa Copeland. I'm going to wait a couple minutes for some people to jump on, and I am going, Sean Weatherby, you go. And I'm trying something different today. I'm also going live from Instagram at the same time. So it's like I've got my hands full, and y'all that know me know that I'm not the biggest technical person in the world. Aiden, Lisa, Angela, Chantal, you guys, that's it. You guys have committed to be fierce 365 days a year. I'm Lisa Copeland. I'm a keynote speaker. I'm one of the top sales strategists in the world. And I invited you along for my journey to be unapologetically fierce 365 days a year. Because I say, what good is it to be fierce if you can't bring your friends along with you? And so I've been doing the work alongside of all of you. And for those of you who have just tuned into this show for the first time, there are three things I ask you to do. Number one, comment. Let me know that you were here, because because it's a 15-minute show and because it's live, I can't answer you live, but I will go back and answer all your questions. Comment, share it. Please share it. Who wants to be fierce by yourself? Invite your friends to join. Give me hearts, give me unhappy faces, give me thumbs up, because there's that crazy Facebook algorithm that we have to trick. So please, please, please go out there and tell us, and tell me what you think. Good morning, Michael. Alex, how are you? Gina, Laura, yay. Hi, Rick. How are you guys? I'm so happy that you guys have joined me this morning. Okay, so those of you who have just tuned in, Lisa Copeland coming to you live for Be Fierce 365 from Austin, Texas. Today's Monday, October 15th. I'm a little more dressed up today because I'm jumping on an airplane this morning and heading to Las Vegas. I speak at 4 o'clock today, and I'm heading back on a plane home, and I land about midnight, or I get home about 1 o'clock in the morning. But I'm a busy gal, just like all of you. All right, I don't want to delay anymore. I worked all weekend. We're talking right now about the book that changed my life, and that's why it was so important for me to bring it to you, which is Napoleon Hill's Outwitting the Devil. Why did that book change my life? It changed my life because it changed my mindset. And I've been talking about the last few days about drifters, right? What it is to be a drifter. Now, let's just call it, we've all been drifters at some point in our lives. We've drifted in our business. We've drifted in our personal relationships. We've drifted in our faith. We've drifted in our financial situation. We've all been drifters. So don't be looking in the mirror saying, oh, I've never done that. Because come on, y'all, we've all done it. Hey, Julia, how are you, my friend? Angie, good to see you. So I want to, the notes I did, and the other thing I asked you guys to do is to keep a journal. You see my journals? And I'm always posting my notes. Keep a journal, because so many of you committed to me. You committed that you wanted to come along on this 15-minute-a-day journey with me to be unapologetically fierce for the next 365 days. And here's the good news. We're down to 360 days. So let me just define a drifter. And let me just tell y'all one more time. We've all been drifters. So a drifter, according to Napoleon Hill, they lack self-confidence. They never will accomplish anything. They require thought and effort. He spends all he earns and more, if he can get credit. He will have little or no imagination. He will lack enthusiasm, initiative to begin anything he is not forced to undertake. Don't we know those people? Haven't we been that person before? Come on, let's call it. I want you guys to be honest. Put it on the feed. Have you ever been a drifter? Let's just be honest, because a big part about self-development is that we got to call it, right? So we can fix it. He personally lacks magnetism, and he can't attract people. Haven't you ever felt like that? It's like every word that comes out of your mouth, you're like, okay, nobody's buying into what I'm saying. It's because you don't even believe it yourself. And if you don't believe it yourself, or you don't walk it out yourself, how's anyone else going to believe you? He's the jack of all trades and master of none. I call that the shiny ball syndrome. He will make the same mistakes over and over. Okay, we all make mistakes, y'all, but it's making the same mistake over and over and not learning from it, okay? That's just a pattern. That's just somebody who blatantly doesn't care. He expects everything from others, but gives nothing in return. Okay, do we not all know those people? It's like, help me, help me, help me. Give me, give me, give me. But I'm never, ever going to be there, or I'm never going to reach out, or they're never going to reach out when you need help. These are drifters. For those of you who are just now tuning in, I'm talking about Napoleon Hill's definition of a drifter in the book that changed my life, which is why I'm talking about it so much, Outwitting the Devil. Change your mind, change your life. I'm a firm believer in it. So for those of you that are just now tuning in, share it, like it, comment, let me know you were here. I promise you guys, I will go back and answer the comments. And he will eat too much, exercise too little. And that's something I've been talking about for the last few days. And it's a journey I'm on myself. Not only am I up at, 5 o'clock in the morning. Gosh, I was up at 4 o'clock this morning, at 5 o'clock in the morning, but I'm also now committing every single day to right after this show to go into workout at Orange Theory or to go hit the trail, right? To be more careful about what we put in our mouths, because if this is not good, if this is not healthy, if this is not strong, if this is not ready for battle, meaning your body, your mind, and your spirit, you're never going to be fierce. Okay. And for those of you who have never don't know what fierce is, it's an acronym. F is to be fearless. I is to take initiative. E is to have enthusiasm with everything you do every single day. R is to be relentless. That means you never quit. C is to crush approval addiction. Because I can't worry about if you like me, and you can't worry about and who likes you. If you're going the path you know that you need to go, if you're doing what you're supposed to do every single day, you will have your tribe. I've got 27 people on Facebook Live right now. Okay. I know that you're my tribe. Maybe I'll have 2,700. Maybe I'll have 2. I don't know where that goes someday. I just knew I was going to do the work. So why not bring all my friends and my tribe along with me, right? So the C is to crush approval addiction. You've got to be okay with you. You've got to be able to look in the mirror and go, you know what? I am working every single day to be the best version of me. And that's all you can do. And we're going to have days that we drift. Okay. The things that I read to you, we're going to have days that we drift. It's inevitable. Let's see who's out there right now. Good morning, Michael, Alex, Kimberly, Gina. I'll tell you what, y'all, I think I told you I got an Apple computer, or a Mac. I guess it's a Mac. Good Lord. And a friend of mine texted me the other day. He's like, welcome to 2014, Copeland. Anyway, so I'm still getting used to it. But all right. And then the last thing about being a drifter, and this is really something that bothers me, especially in today's environment, the political environment we live in, right? He is narrow-minded and intolerant of others who disagree, right? It's like not all of us are going to agree, but at some point, we've got to be able to tolerate what other people believe. Doesn't mean that we have to believe it. It doesn't mean we have to follow them. It just means that we've got to be open to have conversations that we're not personally attacking each other and attacking each other's beliefs. Because I totally believe that's what's wrong in this country today. Ooh, get me started. But, that is the definition of a drifter. That's what Napoleon Hill says in the book, Outwitting the Devil, that will hold you back from everything in life that you want to be, is if you're a drifter. Now, today's the last day I'm going to talk about being a drifter. But I say this in all humility. We've all been drifters at one point in another in our lives. But just the fact that you've tuned into this show, just the fact that you guys have agreed to do the work, just the fact that you're up early in the morning for 15 minutes means that you are not a drifter, at least not right now. Right now, I'm not drifting. I am laser focused. But get me off track and I'm going to drift just like the rest of them. But see, if you make not being a drifter top of mind awareness, you won't drift. It's amazing. See what time it is. Ooh, I'm doing good on my time. I'm getting so much better. I'm so proud of myself. Okay, so there are 3 ways, in my opinion. There's 100 ways you can stop drifting, but there's 3 ways because I want to do 3 takeaways, okay, on every show now. So I've really been working on that. There are 3 ways to stop drifting. Number 1, have clarity on where you want to go. What is and then that is the most important thing you can do. Where is it you want to go? What is it you want to do? Where is it you want to be 365 days from now? Where do you want to be in your physical, your spiritual, your financial, and your personal life and your business life? But I'm a firm believer if all 4 of those are lined up, your business is going to explode. It's just going to explode. So what is it? Where is it you want to be and what is it you want to do? Number 2, gratitude. You've got to be grateful. It's because I believe that gratitude is where everything starts. It is what centers us in life. I spent so many years not being grateful for just the obvious things. I think it was almost like I expected it. I expected to be successful. I expected to do the things I did. Why? It's just what I do. Versus being grateful for the little things in my life. One of the things, I've learned to be grateful for is that I wake up in the morning, that I take that next breath. As old as we're getting, and just having a recent birthday, it's something that really, it really resonates with me. Just the fact that I get to get up and I'm healthy and I can do this show, and then I can go and I can do a pretty tough hour workout at Orange Theory. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for all of you that got on this morning to listen to me. I'm grateful for my friends. I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for a career that I love. I couldn't have written a better end of story. I'm grateful. I'm grateful. But you know what? It's really easy to forget sometimes how grateful we are. So write it down. Write it down every single day. And number 3, change your thoughts and you will change your life. You see, it begins up here. I want you guys to go on here and leave in the comments who has started reading or listening to the book Napoleon Hill. Some of you are new to this show. And if you're new to this show, thank you for coming on. I appreciate you. Share it, like it, leave me a comment, tell your friends about it. But leave me a comment too to let me know who has started reading the book or listening to it, Outwitting the Devil. This book will change your life. It was edited and annotated by one of my very best friends in the world, Sharon Lecter, who brought it out of the vault after 75 years. The book was written. It was a manuscript that was put in the vault by Napoleon Hill 75 years ago. Anyways, but it's proof that the principles of success never change, and it's proof that people's mindsets don't change. But the devil when Hill is interviewing the devil in the book, he says, man is the only person that I can control their mindset. Every other creature on this earth is, they know what they're supposed to do. But it's so easy to get into man's head. It is so easy to rent space in our heads. And the number one thing that holds us back, well, first of all, there are 2 things that people fear most, according to Hill. It's poverty, and it's losing your health, ultimately leading to death. People fear being poor and they fear being sick, which ultimately leads to death. And it's amazing, y'all, how much time and decisions we make because we fear poverty and loss of health. That's where gratitude comes in. That's where gratitude comes in when you close that deal, when you go to the doctor and you're like, okay, my blood test came back great. I'm healthy. I'm good. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm eating what I'm supposed to eat. I'm exercising every day. I'm doing everything within moderation. I'm not a firm believer in it's like, okay, quit doing this now today. Boom. Okay. I just don't think that's sustainable. I remember doing that with carbs. Oh yeah, carbs, right? You can do it for a month or 2 and you lose 20 pounds. And then the second you have one bite of bread, it's like, whoop, right? Your body doesn't know what to do with it. So you've got to do everything within moderation. But as we draw toward the end of our time, you see, I'm watching my watch. I'm all things Apple nowadays. I got that for my birthday. As we're drawing toward the end of my 15-minute show, 2 things not to fear. Number 1, I will be back tomorrow. Even though I land at 1 a.m. in the morning back here to Austin, Texas from Las Vegas. It's the world's shortest trip. I speak at 4 o'clock today. I'll be back on live and I've got more for you tomorrow. But between now and then, what are you grateful for? I want you to write down 3 things that you're grateful for. And I want you to be able to post them. Post them later, post them tomorrow, post them. What are you grateful for? And then I want you to write down 3 limiting thoughts. We've all got limiting beliefs and limiting thoughts. It's that one thought that one thing that holds us back from the ultimate success. And what is that sometimes? It's fear of failure. 1,000,000%. It's fear of rejection. Like I might have a big idea. I might decide to go do a daily show. And what if nobody watches it? That's fear of rejection. Hey, people, get over it. You will never be unapologetically fierce 365 days if you don't put yourself out there. Be ready that the haters are going to hate. Be ready for rejection. Be ready for people to disagree with you. I'm good with it. Because you know what? I'm living my truth. I'm living my gratitude. And for those of you that are going along with the journey with me, I love you and I'm grateful. And last but not least, I want to invite you to join Big Sellers Mastermind Group. I love my group. I think we're at about 2,500 now, 2,500 people that have come together and said, we are committed to being big sellers. We are committed to being fierce. We are committed to being all we can be. And I don't call it a Facebook group. I call it a mastermind because I allow people to collaborate in there. I allow them to put things of value that will help the other tribe members. So anyways, y'all, thank you again. Robin, I see you're on here. Steve, Max, Pamela, Chris Martinez, Robin, Subaru, Steve. Can you tell I'm kind of trying to look around here? Yeah, y'all ought to see my setup. It's hilarious. I've got my camera on top. I've got my phone this way. Thank you, Frank Lopes. I love you, man. Testing out this whole IG thing, going live on Instagram at the same time. That's called being efficient. Anyways, join Big Sellers Mastermind Group. Join the movement. Let's together commit to be unapologetically fierce 365 days a year. I will see you tomorrow morning where I've got a really good show because I am going to talk about how fear is used to keep us how fear is used to keep us small. And I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm not playing small this year and I don't want you to either. So you're invited to join the journey. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Share it, like it, comment, and be fierce.